Okay, how about now? Anybody got sound? Okay. Hello, hello. Come on, start typing. I hate this keyboard. It's like it just decides to not work all of a sudden. Well, I don't know if y'all can hear me or not. I don't know if you can really see me or not. It looks like it kind of is working, but it's saying it's not receiving enough video to maintain it smooth. I mean, I don't even know what happened. Like, whatever they did to this new update is just garbage. It's like nothing wants to work right. But see, on the other thing, it says that it's still waiting. I don't understand, like, how... Well, that's good you got sound now. Alright, well, I don't know on my version of the screen. I mean, it looks kind of garbagey, like that. A lot of my stuff is now, like, not even working right. I don't understand, like, how all of a sudden it just can't figure out how things work. Yeah. Well, it's not even popping up chat. According to this, it doesn't even think chat exists. I don't need the YouTube dashboard. What did they do? I think I know what's wrong. Forgot I had that Mob Crush dual string thing. Okay, I wonder if that's gonna make it go live. Time for the hammer, yep. Okay, I don't know. All right, but anyway, so if you can, hey Carl, I guess we'll give a updated tour. So there's now the whole shebang. I got the large Delta right here next to me, Trunksy right behind it, other small Delta, or the normal Delta. Then I got number 1 that I'm trying to fix and repair. Number 2 that's right out of sight. Little Deltas down here. I got another order that I've got to fix here. My 2 other orders are over there, but only one's on. So this will give me a little bit better flow, but I'm actually going to be replacing this table. I'm going to be building a new workbench. I don't know, I got to take measurements now, but the goal is to try to get as many printers up off the floor and into it as I can. So we'll have to see how that works. But yeah. I had to do a lot of cleanup, and I got the sound wall blankets, or the moving blankets that I'm using like a sound wall on right there. It's in the screen. Hi, Bubba. So yeah. Hi, Bubba. Okay. Go. I finally got all the frame pieces, all 9 of them. So the goal was to try to cut it today, but that didn't happen. So I'm gonna try to cut them tomorrow, and then screw on the panels so that it'll actually be like stable, and then I can start printing the rest of the extrusions for the kiddo's printer and get that done. Need to adjust the video feed size. Okay. I don't know if it'll let me make any of those changes. At all right now. Well, it's already streaming. Yeah, it's all grayed out. I guess that's what I get for starting up the stream while I had it undocked. So then the next real thing that I'm going to try to do, I've got another camera, and I'm going to try to hook it up on the desktop that's over there and go up to the workbench and have I'm going to print a little overhead arm, and then that way I can start doing some overhead stuff. The only thing I got to figure out is, once I put the camera on that one, how to share it through the network over to this one so Streamlabs can pick it up. So if I get that figured out, then that'll be good. So yeah. I apologize if chat's like yeah, I need to adjust all of it, because like even what I see right now, it shrinks on the live, but on mine it looks perfectly fine. But it won't let me change anything yet because it's already locked in for streaming, but I'll have to play with that later. But yeah, so Virtual Pi. Oh, yeah. That desktop does run all my other Virtual Pis, so yeah, I could just do that. I didn't think about that. Oh, day one of completely moving your office around just makes it weird. I mean, I don't feel as cramped, even though it looks like it. It actually feels like honestly, like I got more room. Because now I can just glance over and I can see everything. I don't have to worry about, you know, over there so much. And I'm gonna turn on the work light. I know it's bright as hell on that thing too, but that bright light is now not going to the bed. Or to the rest of the bedroom, I should say. So, yeah. Oh, man. Hit something in my eye. It's watering like crazy. But anyway. Can you pass USB to Pi? I don't know. I mean, there's some simple, like, webcam control virtual Pis that you can do to basically do like almost like a home security camera. So I guess I could try that and just tell the USB to grab that one camera and then, you know, make it like it's a network addressable video camera, and then just tell Streamlabs to use that as the browser source, and it should work okay. Have to play around with it. Like I said, you know, it's some things that I want to try to play around with, see if I can get better angles and stuff for you guys. Now with having that backdrop and more room, plus this table for now, to move some of the stuff out of the way, that'll help me do some actual video recordings now. So, wow, the live stream looks like it just now caught up to the work light. Jeez. It was like 2 minutes ago. Jeez. Oh. I don't know what I just did to both eyes. I guess dinner really got to me. Alright. Oh, I already print overnight. I'm just hoping now that'll be a lot quieter, reducing a lot of that noise. But I print all the time overnight. Now it'll just be more than one printer printing overnight once I get this stuff done. Oh, man. Really did something to my eye. Buy more blankets and order 4. Well, I've got, actually the blankets are on sale for only $3.99 for a 40 by 72 blanket. So, ooh, Carl, you're getting a resin, cheater. I want to get a resin. Yeah, I would be excited too. I want to, I just, you see, I got like way too many things going on all at the same time right now. I still got all the parts that I got to print out for his printer. And then we got to start, like, I got to finish the extrusion prints. And then we can start putting together my son's printer while I'm trying to get all these others updated and built and tested and record stuff. Be careful with the screen there, Carl. I just heard there was another guy that said he only had his for not even a week, and the touch screen just like went out, where even after power cycles, it's not registering touches on it anymore. Hey, Sean. I don't know why the video is so delayed. This is just so weird. This thing is saying like I'm not even online. But I'm watching myself on the live feed itself, and it just, I don't know. Alright, so let's see if that camera angle looks like garbage. Wonder what happened with that one. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to put some LED lights under there. Didn't realize it was that dark. Alright. Well, I'm back. There we go. Yeah, but you know what? I still actually have a few more pieces of UV LED strips. Let's see. What you think?
I just wanted to come check it out. Yeah.
Go ahead. Flip on the light. Don't go blind though. Feels so much brighter.
Yes.
But check it out from the other side now.
I won't be blinded
Oh.
every night when I'm trying to go to bed. Yeah. It's good. It feels bigger.
It does. It feels more easier to maintain than like where I can work and now I can do some video recordings without like trying to figure out where have I got the space and everything else.
Yeah.
So cool. Alrighty. I don't know why this thing doesn't say that I'm online, but this one does. But it's like there's a long time delay. It's strange. Yep, got to pass the wife inspection. Andrew, right now I've got the 3 different versions of the order for. So I've got the 0 model that, you know, the very first thing they came out with. The G1 head upgrade, which I've got to finish. Because I did it on the one that we gave, or that Scott has. I finished that upgrade, so, you know, I know how to do it. I just haven't had time to finish it. And then I've got the version 2 that has the triangular or diamond type head. And so far that thing's been a beast. I mean, everything I've thrown at it, it's printing just fine. So, I mean, personally I like it. It's a louder printer. I mean, not just the built-in 4988 drivers, but the metallic frame and being so hollow, even with the metal or plastic bottom, it still resonates a lot. So I don't really like that part, but it's got enough void space. You could easily tape some foam in there and, you know, get it so it can, you know, hit that vibration so it's not resonating. The quality of some of the printed parts for the like adjustments, like especially like the filament runout sensor, I've already seen on a couple of them that they put the like almost like 35 millimeter long standoff when it only needs like 30. I don't know my conversions. Anyway, so it looks like it's like a 2-inch standoff, and so the filament path is not good. But if you put the short one that's on the SD card and swap them back out, then it like lines up perfectly, and then you're fine. Some of the quality air coolers weren't printed that great, or got issues, I guess, in transportation, storage, delivery. I don't know. But again, simple reprint, and then you're back to good. The only thing I don't like so far on the other models, or the original model, is the auto level sensor wire was not managed very well. But the G1 and G2, or V1, V2 cable management, that thicker, nice, it's a lot better. Those cables and the connectors work out a lot better than they did on the very first one. Makes it easier to fix things too. Yeah, I talked to some of the staff about it, and they're looking forward to you getting yours and doing a review. Yeah, and Scott was the one that kind of pointed out like where we could put some foam to make it stop the resonating so much. You know, but then again on this, you know, with the hollow wood underneath, that makes it that much worse. So I'm thinking of putting some of the moving packing foam up underneath and kind of shoving it in there so that it's got some deadening noise. Sean, I think some of that might be interesting. I would worry that my luck, I'd pick a song that would end up breaking the machine. So I can't really do that. Yeah. Well, if I do it right, Scott, I wonder if what about like that spray foam insulation? You know, stuff that you spray and then it expands. That expanding foam stuff. What if we did like a lean back of the whole thing, and then under here and under the bottom in that dead space, like doesn't have to be a whole lot, but like maybe around the square part and a little bit in that dead, like just have it expand. That's cool, Andrew. Oh, you think that would be too much of a headache? Or you have a headache? Oh, on the desk, that would be good. Oh, yeah. No, it would be regular, like, double-sided sticky tape kind of thing to adhere the foam panel, or if it's that foam that has the sticky back, that would definitely be the only thing I'd put in the printer, not any kind of spray foam. I'm just talking about the wood desk. I wonder if maybe some of that, like, insulating spray foam, like if I got the whatever the one is that's supposed to, you spray a little bit and it expands like super amount, like because it's really thin. I wonder if maybe that would be enough of a sound deadening. That way I can barely, just spray in any of the all 5, 6 of these pockets under both parts, just to have like a little layer around it that it can kind of maybe absorb some of that vibration, not echo it out. Hey, Mr. Bruttram. Welcome, Drawn. Well, it's not so much the fans. The fans are actually really quiet. It's the motors while it's running. You can hear it like vibrating the desk. So first layer is going live in 30 minutes. Oh, and Saturday Night Makers. Mr. Buttram, I didn't know y'all were going live this weekend. I kind of missed some of the other ones, some of my other streams, so it happens, right? I have to look into the PC sound deadening foam. They all have rubber feet under the printers. It's just that hardened rubber, and they're real short, so as the printer itself kind of does its jittering, it translates it right through. Plus, this tabletop, like right underneath, it's 2x4s, so it's got five support beam cavities, and it'll push a lot of sound out. But I'm hoping that these moving blankets will be enough of a catch that on the other side of the room that you can't they can't hear it as much anymore. Oh yeah, I know, so many feet or streams. Yeah. I haven't tried any EVA foam. Is that the same type as like the desk long standing, the like 24-inch squares that you can get like at Harbor Freight? You put them together and make your own little long-term standing up at a desk mat. Because if that's the case, then I could probably get some of those pretty easy. That's not a bad idea. TPU feet. The floor mats? Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, if that's the same type of thing, then that they have over. Yeah, then if it's right over, I mean, Harbor Freight, like for me, is like 5 minutes down the road. I got to be careful because it's 5 minutes down the road. So got to be careful not to blow my my printer budget on it. Six to 12 millimeters thick. Yeah. Oh yeah, Scott, that your floor is fantastic. That's why I'm like trying to make it, you know, my little cubicle area here, you know, somewhat like yours. Like I said, that's why I gotta watch it. Otherwise, I'll go in there. Like I just went in there the other day to get the moving blankets, and then I ended up. You can barely see it, but right there in the far back, they actually had a nice. That's all a power strip, 12 plug. Takes up almost the entire length of this table right here, like the whole thing from behind the printer over here all the way across to about there. And I got same type of one. You could just see the yellow plugs right there over here. And that one's only a 10. That I bought from Home Depot for almost $30, which sucks because I couldn't find any others. And then I just saw this one at Harbor Freight. It was 17 bucks. I'm like, damn it. I saved 10 bucks. 10, almost $15. And I get 2 more plugs. Like, but, you know. Oh, okay. Well, yeah. If 95A is if they didn't work out good, that's all I've got. I only got the one spool. Yikes. Well, John, to be honest, I haven't had anything that. I mean, the power is pretty stable right here. I guess we'll find out come wintertime if it's going to get worse. But, I mean, all the orders have power off or zoom. I just don't know how well it would stick on the bed still with the PC sticker. But I don't really print anything that, like, if the power went out, yeah, it would kind of suck, but I just print it again. Like, I'm not that worried about it. I don't have, like, client deadlines or anything. Right now, all my prints have been either little knickknacks for the kids, toys for the kids, or printer upgrade pieces, or other, you know, shop, like the filament shelf. Adapter for the router. I need to do another or a network line little lock-in for behind my monitor so it's cable organized and all that little stuff. Oh, okay. Window silicone. Sounds good. We'll do something. Printer parts, yeah. I have a bucket full of printer parts. Actually, I've gotten rid of like 2 buckets worth of printer parts. Not quite as many as Scott, but that is over a 2-year period that he's got that, and I've already dumped mine over a 1-year period. Ooh, 8-hour piece for a weather station? Yeah, all the beta parts. Very true. Really wish I could figure out why this thing is Oh, okay. All right. Let's see. That connected. Let's see. Wonder why I can't remote desktop to the big machine. Abracadabra. I don't know what it's trying to do. Looks like it's rebooting, but gotta love technology, right? Which one? I've got two different deltas. The one behind me, this is the Anycubic Console Linear Plus that I made a base for to put all the electronics underneath, and then the spool holder at the top. And the one right here behind the fan, same basic setup, but so I got all the electronics there underneath it, but it's the HE3D K280. But yeah, the blue one's the Anycubic Console Linear Plus. Abracadabra. I was thinking of doing a kind of year in review video over all the printers, although it would be, some of them would be almost 2 years old. But let's just say, like, hey, how, you know, what I've done over the time, because I mean, like, that one, I like never have to level it, and it just prints. I'd rather have a, you know, magnetic release base, because sometimes that ultra base is a pain in the ass, but it doesn't give me like major difficulty. It just, without changing anything, like sometimes it'll just be temperamental. I'll change to a different filament and it just does not want to let it adhere at all, and then I'll change it back to a known good filament that I've had no problems with, works just fine, and then I'll go back to that one and then it'll just start working again. And it's like, I don't know, it's really, really strange sometimes. Okay, why still thinks that it's not on the network? Hold on. This is driving me nuts. Oh, well, it's because it just shut off. That should work better. Network cable was loose. Yep, there it is. Now it's online. What's that link you sent me? Nice, Sean. Love it. John, I don't know. I mean, I like doing this stuff. I like playing around with it. So, but I'm still only. I mean, I only consider myself a hobbyist. But I mean, I'm getting pretty good at doing the firmware. All of mine are Marlin 2.0 if they are an unlocked board. I don't really play around with Repetier or anything like that. I like to DIY a lot of stuff, so I've just kind of been playing around. So I don't know. Yeah, but Scott actually was the one, like, way back when I first started, the big trunks back there. It started out as a regular X5S, and I went way too fast on upgrades, and I like hosed it. I mean, it was so bad. I basically had to take it apart and then reassemble everything back to factory because it was so bad. But he gave me a few pointers because I'd never dealt with a Core XY. Of course, that was only my, like, technically my third printer. The very first one I had was a little M3D, those little tiny cube ones. And then I got an ANET A8, and I sold the mini cube. So that was the first, like, real big one that I had, and it was, like, under construction for a good 8-9 months because I had messed up so bad. I got it to do its initial print, which there's a Facebook Live video that I did that all on. And then, like I said, I went crazy with trying to do upgrades, and just, it was horrible. And then Scott got me back on track, and then now it's only down because I've got the dual extruder upgrade, and I got it to print. We found out an issue, got a different head for it. That's the mixing one, and now I'm just trying to, like, I was in the process of making a dual extruder motor set so that the cabling path is smaller, so it's a little more optimized, and then all these other projects kept coming up, and I just haven't finished. But that's the only one that's, like, the one that needs work. But yeah, it's just hobby. I mean, it's not. Both of us, I think, and probably a lot of us in this community. That's, you know, Mr. Buttram as well. Some of these other guys. I mean, we're all, like, very enthusiastic hobbyists. We get into this and like it, and some of it just really clicks for us, and we just keep on going. I mean, okay, there we go. There's a resolution warning. Okay, that's great. So a 1280 by 1024 is not optimal. Okay. Well, John, honestly, I am wanting to try to set up a makerspace in this area. and geared more towards homeschool kids. Like my kids are homeschooled. They come in here and, well, not today, but they come in here and mess with the printers a lot. They're always asking me questions. I try to make stuff for the STEM learning, you know, when we get to that section. I make them spinners. My son actually has designed some cars, buses, a Humvee, a house. I mean, I got him into Tinkercad, and he was blowing me out of the water. So then I had to really kick up my game, and so then I started trying to work Fusion out to do it. But it's something I think is kind of lacking in this area, and you know, I'm getting enough same type of printers that, you know, I feel comfortable that they can work consistently. That I think I want to try to open up kind of like a little mini maker space, you know, like I said, for more of the homeschool kids, so that they can be exposed to new stuff, you know, take home a little trinket or something like that, you know. That's cool. Do you feature your stuff on your channel? Oh, come on, you stupid thing. Oh, well, that's dumb. So the actual YouTube live, the new thing for me to get like all this information, like it used to make it where I could click and then like try to go to someone's channel, and now none of those options are there. Now it just has report, remove them, put them in timeout, hide the user, and remove moderator or add moderator. It's not like the Streamlabs one where I can like click and go, okay, go to that person's channel to like check them out. Oh, you should just, I mean, you don't have to, John, but like as you see, I got mostly just live hangouts like this just to kind of hang out and share stuff. I mean, you could do that and just do like a time lapse of building something, showing something off, video document it. I mean, you don't have to, but that'd be kind of cool. I tried OpenSCAD, but it got so confusing. The first thing I tried to make was a customized nozzle case that somebody else already created. All I had to do was like tweak a few little things, and it failed miserably. I don't know. Yeah, I know. It just my live panel. It's not the normal like public watch. This one's got where, you know, I can see my analytics and stream health and all that. It doesn't have any of the options. I tried it out once, and then I ended up actually that was right before the AC unit went out, and then I had to deal with all of that power loss and craziness, and then I'm, you know, getting sick, having to go to the ER a few times for these crazy ass hives that are just out of control. I don't know what I'm allergic to around here. Thankfully, I took enough medication that I'm not having a reaction now, which is why I'm able to stream right now. But I got to go back in and get some more meds because this stuff is just kicking my ass. But that was my plan, is to do more of your retraction calibrations, because I know my retractions are horrible, and I need to get some better data to actually get these orders like dialed in. So I figure, why not? I mean, I got them now working normal prints, but I can tell where the retraction needs help. But I mean, they don't print horrible, so I'm not too far off. So that's what I want to do. But yes, I still want to test your code out. Ooh, yeah, I can. I would too, though. I don't. That's weird that it would get like that crazy, Andrew. I know way back when I first started, I got some really rude people. There's only like 2 of them. They kept hopping on the stream and just going nuts, and I just told it to block them. And then, thankfully, I haven't really had too much of an issue from that. I mean, it kind of died out pretty quick. So, oh, don't take it like I'm great at this. I'm still learning and trying to get over the sharing. I've got probably about 15 videos or so that I need to work on. I just don't do the video editing. So I'm like at a loss of how to make it work right. I mean, I can figure like Streamlabs out, and I can, you know, do different camera angles, can figure that. But then when I try to record my own stuff, it's like I'm so critical of it. But then I've got raw footage, and I don't know how to edit it correctly. So, yeah, no problem. Have fun. We're just hanging out over here, so you can hang out over there too, or you can dual stream. You know, whatever you want to do. Thank you, German Pretty Nerd. Sorry, I just had to look up on the scroll here. Yeah, Streamlabs is not wanting to put the information. I don't know why. But yeah, you can just take your internet window and kind of do like the split screen. Open up another internet window with that YouTube and just join his channel, and then you can watch both of us at the same time. I would dual stream even right now and watch somebody else and kind of like have it be all interactive, but then I can't hear them because if I turn on my speakers, the reverb is just insane. I got to figure out how to get this taken care of. I'm thinking once I get this remote mic pack that I won't have to worry about it anymore, because then it should only be picking up my voice and not, you know, like the webcam picking up everything. So really blow my mind is a phrase that had to be worried about. That's stupid. Add one earbud in each ear, make her stereo. Well, I mean, it's not like I really need to hear. You know what I mean? It just, if I turn up the volume so I can hear it, the microphone with the webcam like picks up, and it just, like, without any sound, it starts getting really bad interference. Ah, yeah, Andrew, I agree. That's one thing that's been kind of concerning to me. But you know, I also don't try to publish my address, except for those people like that. You know, I need to have them mail stuff to me. But at the same time, you know, you can't protect against everybody. Some people are just, you know, that way. But for props, yeah, I can see how that would kind of get out of hand. There's a lot of demand for prop making, and people are overly critical because they want it done their way, even though they commissioned somebody else to do it, you know, and then they get a little too possessive over it. And then you got the bidding war of who's got a better prop. I mean, I can see like it spiraling out of control very fast. And that would be extremely hard because then you also have to give up your address in order to get the props in and out, you know, if you had materials or pickups or whatever. So yeah, I can see how that is a very hard fine line to work. Yeah, Scott's house is, it's not super hard to get to, it's just super far out of the way. And it looks like Mr. Buttram has clicked on the live button. All right, German printing nerd, get some good rest. Yeah, I know I need to try the wireless one. I just haven't gone down out anywhere, but tomorrow I plan, now that I've got the office laid out, you know, I want to try to do some stuff. I was actually thinking, hey baby, you going to bed?
Why is there a video?
Because I'm on my live stream, you weirdo.
No, I mean, why is there a video recording to us?
Because I'm sending out my live stream, you goober.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, remember Saturday nights?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, go see Mama.
I can't find her.
She's probably in the kitchen.
Okay.
Alright. One thing that I was thinking of doing on the, like this pole that you can see in the back, on the one that's right up here at the front edge, I was actually thinking of mounting the small TV that I have. That way, like I can, maybe I can even run Streamlabs from the desktop on that TV screen, and then I'd have access to the, like an overhead cam or whatever, so occasionally I could go over there and then just do the stream, you know, if I'm doing something, and then I have a TV screen that I can see the chat or whatever. But I don't know. I have to figure that one out because it's only a 2x4. And with the mount, I don't know if the bolts I have are just going to rip through it like just completely, or if I should just get some smaller carriage bolts, just pre-drill a hole and just right through and lock it in. That way it's not like a biting screw, you know, to like really tear up the wood trying to hold it. But anyway, just some thoughts. Alright, let's turn off that printer because I'm not using it. Still got to reprint the head on it. Okay. We don't need. You okay, dear? Kids always drive you nuts. They're the drive us nuts all the time. Okay, so now my desktop's coming back live, so I'll be able to do the overseer. Alright. Current audio bit rate is lower than the recommended. We recommend you use some audio. Well, why is the audio cutting out? Stream's current bit rate 0 is lower than the recommended bit rate. Hey, Michael Cassell, how's it going? Yeah, it gets a little crazy with the two. I actually tried to listen to one guy's stream, and then the second one that I had ended up having 6 people on it at one time, and they were all like chit-chatting back and forth, so I had like 7 voices all going back and forth trying to pick who I was trying to listen to and pay attention to. It made it very interesting. But how's everybody's weekend going? I mean, it's already been streaming for an hour. I didn't ask about any of you guys. It happens, John. It happens. But you're welcome to stick around. You don't have to, obviously, but I guess I hit the video camera on that one again. Is my overseer working? Come on, overseer. User, Streamlab. Wonder why it's having such a problem trying to show this stupid thing. I mean, it works fine on the main one, so you can see multiple machines. I don't know why it's having such a problem here. Refresh the current. Yeah.
Just so you know, I'm gonna be going to
Over health next door. Okay. Why isn't this working? I don't know. something else I got to figure out. But football, like background noise. I wonder why mine's just acting so weird. But yes, John, let me go ahead and find that for you. The base is actually just the pillars. While you can print the base, they're kind of long. So unless you have a printer that can actually, you know, has a good long bed to print them out, I found it easier just to get some of this cheap panel board, measure it out and cut it, and then that way I have some, you know, some firm surface to attach these like power plugs and different things to. So, but I mean, to each their own. I'll link it all. Where is? Okay, so here's the base. So this is the parametric stand. Well, not really parametric, but he's got 3 sizes already in there. No, that's not what I told you to copy. I told you to copy that. Paste. There we go. No, not fiberboard. The do I have a piece? Almost like dry erase board. That thin, like flexible paneling board. Thought I had some more. It's about as thick as the foam board that you can get like at the hobby stores, like this little, you know, cheapy foam board. You could do something kind of like that, but it's thinner, but it's like hard. It's the pressed wood. I'm trying to think of where I had a piece. I thought. I think I already took it outside. But yeah, like Home Depot, you can get a piece of it. It was like a. I mean, yeah, you could make it out of whatever. Let's see, that's the stand. Come on, internet. Okay. And then that's the actual parametric bars that you can design with, you know, different screw hole patterns, hole pattern for like cutouts. He's got some stuff in there, but like I said, in the end, especially for my K280, this thing has too long, like the boards barely fit on my 330 bed on the trunk seat. And by the time I got done modeling it, which is probably a few live streams back, but by the time I got done with all that and then tried to print it, I was like, I'm spending so much time on this. I just need to get it done. And I just went and got some of this panel board, did quick measurements, just cut it with an X-Acto knife, like 50 million times back and forth, because I didn't have a jigsaw or handsaw at that time, and broke out pieces, and then all three, like I made all 6 of them, so 3 for each of the printers. So well, you could. Sorry on the foam core, I didn't realize that I gave you guys a butt shot right there. Sorry about that. Yeah, I would say if you're going to use toast, I'd probably use maybe like Texas toast. Then again, you could use baguette. I think ciabatta might be a little too thin, though it's a lot squarer, so I mean it might fit easier. May have to do like 2 or 3 ciabattas like across. That work. But yeah, actually the underneath both of the beds, here I can even, so like on this console, is it going to show the video? No. Stupid thing already got frozen. I need to figure out what's going on with the network. There it goes. Okay. So underneath the build plate, this is just a piece of that same type of foam from the dollar store. I just cut a partial triangle so that it would fit and sit like just on top of each of the motors. That's all it is. And then I got the whole void space inside, so that, and I've got I put a case fan on the side and tied it in, so as soon as the steppers start moving, it'll start blowing inside on here, and then just keep everything nice and cool. Before you say too much or worry too much about the heat, I've been running it like that for almost a full year now. I'm doing long prints. I've been I mean, granted, it's been mostly PLA, but I still run that, you know, at 60. I've done a couple of PETG long prints at 77. Seems to be like a good sweet spot for that one. Never had any issues with that foam board. That's still the same exact piece that I cut almost a year and a half ago, almost, when I got this printer. I did that separation layer so it'd keep the heat up, and then when that case fan started blowing, it wouldn't affect the temperatures or anything like that. So you probably, I thought so too at the very beginning, and then I just kind of, I was like, I want something smaller footprint, and I figured the only other way to really go is to go up. So lift the thing up and then put all the parts down below. Now what I have seen a couple of people do is they basically inverted the entire frame. So when they built it, they actually put that top edge on the floor, and then only ran the one, like it did an extension wire on their heater bed and the thermistor, and ran that down, put the heated bed plate, you know, on that top half, but as it's upside down, put the normal brackets and everything, and then just put all the electronics up at the very top. I mean, to each their own. It worked. It worked. This is what I went with. It was easy for me. But yeah, a lot of people don't seem to really like the deltas. You know, deltas aren't one to print large stuff. They can do vases and they can do tall items, but they can't really do big items. So it's not really a selling point for other people. But I mean, you could do swords. Now, granted, this is 3 pieces, but I've only got part of it done. I've actually still got two more main sword pieces, and then it's going to build the rest of the hilt and everything. I mean, it's a pretty good size. If this was a file that these 3 pieces could all be one, then, I mean, this is big enough that hard to probably catch it in frame on my K280. See if I can get it to sit. So that's the peak home at 600. So see, I still got, if I can get it to just sit. So I've got about 3 knuckles between the top edge of that sword and the top height of that print head. So I mean, I could definitely, you know, print very tall on it. It's just not very big. So like even printing this sword, the center piece is big enough. It won't fit on my Delta, but I've got another printer that I can print it on, but then print all the other parts on the Delta because it'll do smaller, thin parts, you know, or tall parts, you know. So, well, yeah, if you scale it down, but this is actually 100% scale. So the whole sword, no, it wouldn't fit in that printer regardless. But they didn't design the files. I tried to get them to stack those 3 sword pieces together so I could just make one big long, you know, print. And they designed it in a way that the dovetail joints, you can't put the file back as a solid piece. And I'm not that good at Blender and all those other programs that people are used to take like the full file and then make the splits. So that's another thing I got to learn. Oh, I haven't printed any other parts yet. That's the first 3, and then got distracted with everything else. Like, I still need to buy batteries for both of my digital calipers because I forgot to buy batteries. I've been out of batteries for like 2 months now. Just forget to go to the store to buy them. But yeah, trying to get this place all more well-engineered machine, stop wasting filament on stuff that doesn't need to be printed, get organized, print the stuff that needs to be printed, and finally get it, you know, checked off the block. Because I know this Delta can definitely do 500 in a single go. I printed these 3030R extrusions. I mean, the video quality is probably not going to do it justice, but I mean, it's smooth. There's no rippling. There's no layer shifts. I mean, it did this whole piece. I mean, just like the sword. I mean, it's actually a little shorter than the sword, but I printed it on there. Had to go slow as all get out. There you go. See, it's just a hair shorter than the sword. But I did print, I've got 4 of these. It took about 20 hours a piece That way I can make sure that the frame didn't wobble too much, which is why I got to finish the frame kit on it so it'll stop doing that. But yeah, that I just took the CAD file for a standard 30-30 and then drew the arc from the one corner to the other corner, deleted out the other pieces, and then just hit print. So this is part of the kid's printer. That'll be the one of the corner frame pieces. Whenever I finally finish it. Do what?
I said, speaking of kids, they want you to say hi.
Oh, okay. All right. Let me take a break for just a minute. I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that. All right, John. If I didn't catch you, depending on when you left. Wow, 8 days? That's crazy. Nah, Sean, I don't need to put them in my Amazon cart. I'm trying to not spend all my money at Amazon, too. What I need to do is just go right down to the Walmart. And I found that these what are they? I forget what kind. the LR44. They're expensive until, here's a nice little trick for you. If you check out those nano bugs in the kids aisle, they have a pack of the batteries. It's like 10 of these stupid batteries for like $6 or $7, which is cheaper by, you know, per item than you can find, like, than I've found anywhere else. It's crazy that they market the exact same batteries, but for kids for cheaper. So I just need to remember to do it. Keep forgetting. Because I already tried the Dollar Tree or Dollar Store. They don't have any. Of that style. They got all the AA's, AAA's, all that stuff, but they just don't have those LR44 batteries. Oh, and then I guess as an update, so the Project Null 2 Pi kit, it looks like I damaged the Pi to the board enough that my only option is to get a whole new kit. So that sucks, but I'm learning. I was never really that good at soldering. I don't know why the Army said that. I was certified in soldering. But, you know, hey, try to do what you can, you know. I think the Pi still works itself. I haven't tested that half of it, but I can't get enough of the connections on the board to do like what we thought, Scott, where, you know, to try to put a header on it. Either I'm not talented enough or the board is just thin enough that I can't get the traces to work. So, but the other parts on it are good. The video screen on it is good. So I might be able to work something, but at this point, I'd almost rather just buy another kit just to get the project done and then worry about playing with it. But I don't know. I mean, it's got a nice touch screen, or a you know, a nice good sized screen. I don't know if I could reuse that for something else. Little speakers, push buttons. I mean, everything else I did a good job. It's just that stupid connector for the Pi. I mean, I might still be able to work it. I don't know. I don't know if there's enough of a breaker, you know, part of these traces. I don't know if just like the if I can zoom in, see all the copper pad pulled off. So I don't know if these test points out here, if I truly need them to, you know, work, or if I can just use like the little dots out here where it seems like all these pieces go to. Because if they do, I might be able to, you know, tack some small wire on that and then just solder into the holes on the GPIO so that it still makes the link. And then just, because I was already going to have to design a taller back plate because my battery is huge compared to what they were wanting to use, and it might still work. I don't know. Have to check that one out. So it might not be a complete lost cause. But if it actually works, I mean, that'll be the... It'd be that plus the full pie in it. Do retro games off of this. So, be pretty cool. But yeah, that's weird that that thing still doesn't want to. So there's the donation. Alert box, event list. Which is not showing up either. Social pop-up. So I don't know why, like, the video is, why it's all off. They must have changed something. Huh. Okay, well that worked. Sub-ticker. Okay. That part is working. Donation goal. Where's the donation ticker? Viewer count is messed up. Hey, how's it going? Haven't seen you in a while, buddy. Maybe. Okay, go ahead, Swami. Okay. It's weird now. Now the parts is starting to work. Streamlabs, why you had to do an update. At least I'm not getting any drop frames. Of course, then again, I don't know if these are true stats because it also doesn't really think that I'm online. So I don't know what it's trying to do. So this is not linking to that video. I don't understand why. Okay. Oh. Do, 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 do. Well, ladies and gentlemen, since mine is still having a bit of a weird issue here, yes, actually, that is one of the next things that I wanted to do. But I got a project for the mostly printed CNC low rider. That's one of the next ones I want to build, being, you know, the frame, and then I can actually use that as either a CNC, and I've got a small router, so I don't know how well it'll actually work, but I can use that, or also get a laser module and then put it on there, and then I'd be able to do laser stuff too. So yes, I have thought about it. But yeah, you can always hit me up on another thing. So oh, there we go. Now I'm getting 17% drop frames. Crazy. But anyway, so I think with all this craziness of what my stream is trying to do, I think I'm going to bow out and kind of watch the Saturday Night Makers. I'll put a link in the chat. So yeah, I'll call it an evening, gentlemen, ladies, whoever's here. We'll go over to the other channel, and then I'll try to figure out some of this video stuff, and then next week come back and actually have some prints instead of just reorganize the office and half the stuff doesn't want to respond anyway. So we'll get everything figured out and move on from there. And 12-hour shift, jeez, have fun. Don't work too hard. Yeah, I know. I've got to change all these settings. Okay. All right. So, again, y'all have a wonderful evening, and I'll catch you guys over on another stream. Y'all have fun.